In this video, we are going to learn about slope of the line. How will we find the slope of the line? First, what is a line? Back in geometry, we discussed, or you studied already about, what is a line. A line is a set of points forming a straight path on a plane. The slant slope, it says that the slant slope between any 2 points on a line is always equal. A line on a Cartesian plane can be described as linear equation. Back in linear equation, we have the y is equals to mx plus b. So, definition of linear equation, right? Any equation that can be put into the form of ax plus by minus c is equals to 0, where a, b, and c are integers, and a and b are not both 0. It's called linear equation. So this one is in 2 variables because we have x and y value. If we will have only the value of x, that is only one variable. But here in this equation, we have ax plus by minus c is equal to 0. We have now 2 variables. In any equations that can be put into the form ax plus by minus c, where a, b, and c are, we have integers, a and b are not both 0. So the graph will be straight line, and the standard form is always coincide, or we have equal. You are going to equate into 0. The equation of the line describes all of the points on the line. The equation is the rule for any ordered pair on line. Example, we have 3x plus 2y minus 8 equal to 0, x minus 7y plus 2 equal to 0. So these are some of the examples of linear equation. So when you're going to test, any ordered pair, so you have to equate the equation must be equal to 0. For example, here, the ordered pair is x and y. X is 4, y is negative 2. So therefore, when you're going to substitute that one there, 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 times negative 2 is negative 4, which is negative 4 now, minus we have 8 is also equals to negative 12. So 12 minus we have 12 is equal to 0. So that is, we have the solution. On the other side, if we will have 5 and 1, 5 and 1 will not define our equation, which is 5 and 1 will not equal to 0. On the other side, 4 and negative 2 is not on the line because it will not also give the zeros equation. And 5 and 1 is on the line. So therefore, the 2 equations have different solutions as well. Let's go now to the slope of the line. Slope of the line describes the direction of the line. So where will be the line will go? Up or down, or we have slant. So therefore, that is the description of the slope of the line. If x sub 1 is not equal to x sub 2, the slope of the line through the distinct points, point 1, x sub 1, y sub 1, and p sub 2, or point 2, x sub 2, y sub 2 is, we call that one as the rise and then the run. Slope is equal to the change in y and change in x, which is y sub 2 minus y1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay, so why this one is needed? So therefore, if that one must not equal to 0, right? Because if this one is equal, therefore the denominator will be equal to 0. If the denominator of any fraction is equal to 0, therefore the solution set is undefined. Remember, if we are going to have a fraction that denominator is 0, is always undefined. So therefore, it says that x1 will not be equal to x sub 2. Example, we are going to find now the slope of negative 3 and 6 and 5 and 2. So we just have to plug in first in the graph. Where can we find that one? So first, here we just estimate that each we have line represent 1 unit. So therefore we have negative 3. Here it's in quadrant number 2, negative 3 and 6. And the other one we have 5 and 2. When you're going to count that one, here we have 1, drop 1, 1, 2. So therefore, the slope now will become 2, right? So rise and run, right? So therefore, here we go to rise or drop and run. So therefore, we will have now equal to this point. Or we can have as well as how many drops it goes and how many runs. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So therefore, that is equal to negative 4 and 8. Remember that when it will drop, it will be negative. And if it will be running to the right, it will be positive. But if it's going to the left, it will be negative. Because here, in this side, negative infinity and positive infinity. Positive infinity going up, negative infinity going down. So therefore, it is 1 over 2. Okay? I'm going to use the equation. So we have now 2 and we have 6. So therefore, 2 minus 6 is equals to negative 4. And 5 minus negative 3, negative times negative becomes positive. So therefore, that is 8, which is equal now to 1 over 2. Next one. Find the slope between 5, 4, and 5, and 2. So x now, back to our definition, we say that x will not be equal. Okay, so here we observe that two values of x are equal. So therefore, the slope now is undefined. Okay, so remember, if the value of x is equal, so therefore you can conclude that the equation, or we have the slope of the line between 2 points are undefined, or is undefined, right? Because if it is vertical line, there is no slope there. Okay, so therefore that is undefined. Next, but if the numerator is 0, therefore we have the slope is 0. Okay, so that is the difference between the two we have points. Again, if the value of x is equal, that is undefined. But if the value of y is equal, that is 0. So that is now the difference between the two definitions. From these results, we can see that the slope of a vertical line is undefined, and then the slope of a horizontal line is 0. Okay? So we can have now, vertical is the red part, which is undefined, and horizontal line is 0. Now, find the slope of the line using this equation. 4x minus y equal to 0. How will we find the points? Because here, we are just going to find the slope of the line. What is the equation of the slope of the line? We have the rise and the run. So therefore, we are going to find now the 2 points, which is, we'll let x equal to 0. Finding the y, x and y intercept. If you're going to find the y intercept, let x equal to 0. If you're going to find the y-intercept, let y equal to 0. So therefore here, if x is equal to 0, we have y is negative 8. But if y is equal to 0, we have x is equals to 2. So therefore we have 2 points now. So we have point 1 and point 2. Now we can find the slope of the line, which is 0 minus negative 8, because here negative minus negative is positive. 2 minus 0, so therefore we have equal to 4. That is how you will solve if the given value is in equation. But the easier way for that one, if your teacher or if you are asked only how to find the slope of the line, there is an easier way as well. You're going to make that one into y, or solve for y, which is now 4x minus y equals to 8. It will become negative y equals to, because you move 4x into the other side, becomes positive to negative 4x plus y. But we need to make this one positive, so divide everything by negative. So we can have now y is equals to 4x minus 8. When the equation is solved for y, the coefficient of the x is the slope. The form of the slope now, slope-intercept, is equals to y equals to mx plus b, which is the m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So therefore, what is the slope of the line now? The slope of the line in this equation is equal to, we have 4, and the intercept is equals to 8. Okay, that's all for this lesson. If you have more questions and clarifications, just comment on the section below. Thank you so much and have a nice day.